Okay, we're very happy to have here today Anna. And as always, for each of the person that we interview, we give a little bit time to introduce yourself. So maybe you can do this.
Okay, sure. Um, happy to be here. I'm Anna. I'm a graphic and web designer. So I work within the graphic field in a marketing agency, and yeah, that's it. I don't know. Do you need to
It's
say anything else?
Your point of view would be very interesting today. We have also interviewed some people with similar background to you, specifically a photographer, also based in Spain, and it was a very interesting discussion. As you know, we really want to have a personal opinion, I will say, from professional perspective, let's say, on the use of AI. So the first set of questions will be, I think, sort of understanding what is the level of knowledge and the level of usage of AI for you. So, I mean, do you personally use artificial intelligence? Why, if yes, why do you use it? How frequently do you use it? Are there any specific softwares or programs that you're using at that time? And what will be like the main tasks, let's say, I will say, that you do together with AI?
Okay, lots of stuff. Okay, so yeah, I would say that I use AI. Like in general, I'm pretty excited about the whole AI in creative area. Like I know there was lots of like discussions about it and fears and problems that people say that AI will, especially for creative, and I think it does cut lots of work for creative field in general because it facilitates lots of things and yeah, just people basically need to work way less because there is AI who can do it in seconds. Although I think that not yet it's not that good. And I would say that I use AI on daily basis because for work either I work with like organic posts or ads. I do it pretty often. Or if I do, for example, logos, or I also work a lot with web design. And therefore, any visual within the website, it's super handy using AI, various AI tools, because there are so many, but especially for images within web. Like if you need to extend an image, so all those things before you had to do it manually through Photoshop mainly, or like delete the background, or if there is an image that is not good quality and you just enhance the quality. Apart the fact that also Figma now, the platform that I use, tool that I use for working with web and basically anything, Figma is also great. It's not the AI tool, but it's a great tool. So also Figma has this like enhancing image functionality. But this is like super healthy. Also, already for small tasks like improving the image, making it bigger, changing the background, generating a similar image, like lots of AI tools. They are great for that. And well, I would say that on a daily basis, I do use a bit of Midjourney because to me, to be honest, Midjourney is a bit more complex. I think you need to know to like prompting to work with Midjourney. Like you cannot just say 2 words. Like you have to learn the language of Midjourney. Same as ChatGPT, I would say. Like you have to know how to interact with those tools. And if I don't have time and I'm lazy and I'm late, I'm like I don't spend too much time on that. So I would say then instead the tools that are like Canva AI, or there is also another one that is Freepik, like those platforms that born as a like intuitive online graphic platforms or tools. Now they all introduce AI, obviously, and it works great. So it just literally one click anything, or you just write a silly sentence like make it better, and it just does a great job. I also discovered yesterday I tried another tool that I'm super happy about that is called Recraft AI, and because I didn't know, probably you saw online or anywhere this like there are so many videos that say, oh, this crazy great AI tools, and they show you the video of the product before, like any product, I don't know, a can or drink or whatever on a plain background with no background. And then they're like, oh, you just do one slide and just places this photo on an amazing background and you don't need any more photographers. So this like all hooks fancy who looks like no job for photographers, which is super not true. It doesn't do a great job. Like it cannot place that easily. So I had the task. I needed to place a can with no background that is like a 3D on a nice background that kind of looks real. Super hard. Like Midjourney didn't work, or the craft worked pretty well. So I managed to put it like in an ambient over kitchen or like colorful backgrounds. So that was great. So I would say like this helps me, like it basically facilitates my work in general. AI by like, I don't know, saves me like 3 hours of manually trying things. What was another question?
Oh, well, I think you answered to pretty much everything already, and
Okay.
produced already to a lot of issues that we want to a little bit reflect upon with you. There is one that came out immediately, that with the creative people, we find ourselves discussing a lot about this. Like, aren't you afraid that this will replace your job? I think that this is a question that everybody, in a way, is aware of in any kind of area, I would say, but wherever there is content creation involved, I think that this pressure is, like stronger in a way.
Yeah.
And for creative people even more, no? You clarified already that for you it's not like that, and you are trying to use this in a wise way, like to replace the job or the works that will take you like a long time and will be not that human, no? For example, I don't know, correcting things like that they were not really the core human activity that concern you, no? Aren't you afraid that, how do you see the development of this in the future? Like, because we are talking about this, everybody since 1 year, 1 year and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
So it was really short, no?
Yeah.
How do you see this in like 5 years, for example, or 10 years even? Aren't you afraid of this? Do you have any ethical concerns regarding this? In the field of images a lot, no? Because we don't know anymore what is
true.
AI generated or
Yeah.
not. I mean, what is the human value of this? And how do you feel about all of this?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of things. So ethically, I think it's very tricky. And I also think that the platforms themselves trying to figure it out. So I don't know if they will take responsibility of that, because I also heard that, well, there is a lot of AI generated not only images, because it's one thing. And to be honest, now it's tricky because I work a lot with AI. So to be honest, now, well, apart of ridiculous images with politicians that they can literally see that it's fake, other images, it's really hard to say. For now, I must say, probably because I've seen them a lot, I can still see, but it's for now, because there are certain things like the smoothness of the skin or the perfection of the background. So you see it like it's too perfect yet. So you can spot if it's AI generated or not. But the main, like another things are, for example, I heard this discussion also among like within the marketing field and advertising, like how there it's impactful and how there it's used and great for people, for advertisers, obviously, because you work with lots of content. You just have to, and you have the content creators that you kind of don't need anymore because there is AI. This is a huge thing. So they are like, and it's in a way also like, is it ethical or not? Like, because there is a not real person promoting something, sharing the personal kind of experience about the product that this person never had, because there is just someone who wrote the scripts, and this AI avatar is like talking about that, and sharing even like, if it's a product, maybe it's fine because maybe it's based on a real review, then okay, it's kind of borderline. But if it's a personal experience that the ChatGPT wrote about the, I don't know, heartbreaking story or a mother who lost a child, and it's all generated like through AI, how ethical is that? So I think there is discussion going on like through different from different like standpoints. And I think there are some initiatives and associations actually that are also followed by Meta and Apple that want to like tag somehow this content. So at least say like it's AI generated. Not sure it will ever happen. I think it's very ethically correct. Just people need to be aware, because I think in 2-3 years we will not be aware if it's real or not. Yeah, I would say, as I was saying, for now, I mean, I try to embrace whatever is new because it's anyway happens. I mean, it's scary, obviously, because it's bigger than us and it's faster and it's smarter and it's cleverer, and like we all go now to in ChatGPT. Like, I don't know how it is for you as well, but I find myself even with friends often, when you had discussions before and you're not sure, you would go to Google. Now, if you're not sure, you go to ChatGPT, and because it's so easy.
Which
So
is
anything,
completely different, no? Because
it's so
Google, you
different.
need to know, no?
Then you need to
The
learn,
answer,
you need
yeah.
to scroll.
While then it's a simple question. Right now with microphone as well on mobile, no? It's incredible.
Yeah, it's so different, the interaction, the way we consume information, the way we interact with AI. Like, I would also do, you can even become more personal in a way. Like, with ChatGPT, when I feel silly, I would even be like doing jokes and say like, come on, it's not true. Can you say it in a more cute way or more funny way? It changes the personality. So it's very, very different. So I would say that for now, I'm just I'm embracing it. As I would say as well, I think it's important anyway to learn the language of AI. So that's why I was saying, like, Midjourney and ChatGPT, they're more complex, but I think it's still important to at least try to understand how it works and not totally ignore it, because it's there and it's growing and it's happening. So it's probably better to know the beast, how it works. And I think that within creative field, it will like cut lots of requests for creatives, like creative people, for lots of work, because again, like what it will take a person to do, especially if it's like junior or interns, what it will take them, I don't know, 5 hours now with AI to understanding it better. Like, I spend just half an hour, because especially if you do prompting, I imagine, and you save it, and you save a prompt for a specific task, and especially if it's repetitive. Again, if it's a can and I need to put a product in the background, I create a prompt that works well, I save it, and then I reuse it for any other like product photography, right? So yeah, I think it's tricky. It's tricky.
I mean, you are introducing little by little a very important topic of the interview as well, and in general of our project Cremel, which is learning, no, and training. For this, I would have two questions for you. The first one is that whether you remember how it was your own process of getting close to AI. No, you were starting to discuss about this, no? Do you remember when it was the first time that you used it? What was the tool that you used? And above all, what was the driver behind? I think it was, from what I understand, it was curiosity for you, no? And right now it is the fact that, okay, I mean, I need to get updated because I see that this is spreading, no? Everybody's using it, so me too, I want to use it. But what was the main driver at the beginning for you? Like, if you remember how it was the process of getting close to it. And it might be as banal as a friend of mine, my partner, my mother, whatever, started to talk about this, then I wanted to understand what was the, or maybe other things, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was always in the working environment. And again, in the marketing field, those things as AI is just like a god. I mean, people love it because it's so fast, and if you know how to, I mean, ethics again. So marketing is a bit manipulation, and there is always the question of how ethical you want to be about it. And I think AI tools are great for manipulation, and great because you manipulate them and then they manipulate the universe. So it's just exaggerating it. Obviously, it's not. I mean, where we work with marketing ethically, I must say that. So we never use these fake words, or we don't work with like scare people and then attract them. But in general, I mean, AI tool is great for that because you decide what it does and what it says and how it says it, how it generates the voice, the video, the image. So for the first time was working where I work now, so through the agency. And I, because people started to talk about ChatGPT became like a new this era discovery, the greatest thing ever, such a crazy, huge tool that you can do anything. So yeah, it was curiosity. And it was because I saw other people using it and I saw what they could get. And especially because it's also ChatGPT for me is a tool that I love because I am bad with copy. You probably know it. And I'm bad with grammar. So I don't see, like, I have many spelling mistakes. So ChatGPT is my bestie. I was like, can you please correct my errors? This is the most common request that I do. But also because with ChatGPT, since I work with web a lot, and on web there is lots of copy. So I need to also within my creative process think of, which copy, not only visual, but also text and copy blocks will go there. And instead of just placing the text like about us, our team, why we're great, I could already kind of start to brainstorm with ChatGPT what can go there and how the tone of voice can be. So it also will help me within my creative process with the thing, like with one of the skills that I'm not very strong at, have someone kind of helping you out there.
And isn't this a relevant evolution? In the sense that, before, which it means like 6 months ago or 1 year ago, no? We would use it just to replace the part of work that was completely artificial to us, actually.
Yeah.
Like, instead, right now, it's becoming a little bit a brainstorming tools as well, no? I mean, for me, what I witnessed is like that, what is my work is content creation as well. It's not images, but it's block of written content that is feeding a project application, because that's what it is. And I see how it changed for me. Like once I was just asking a paragraph and I was really strong in my prompt. Right now, together with this, which is still the basis of my work with ChatGPT or with any other AI tool, right now I start to brainstorm with the tool about my project idea. This changed completely because I am entering into the design, which is still very human to me, in the sense that it's a very human part of my job, probably the only one. If I really look at proposal preparation, it's project design and talking to the partners. These are the two essential human work that I do. All the rest is artificial intelligence because it's standard. I need to create a block of content feeding this, feeding a document, essentially. So it is evolving in this way, no? It is becoming a tool,
Yeah, because I also think that AI tools learn. They also learn from us, right? Like every prompt for them is a learning experience of because especially ChatGPT was really bad with all these human things as, can you make it nicer? All those requests that are very vague and only human can interpret that, and every human interpret that differently as well. So all those requests or those changes before, ChatGPT could not get them. Like it would be very squared. Now it's becoming more human again. It's more not talking to you. It's asking you. I know that at the beginning it would be give an answer. That's it. So it's chat, answer, right answer. But now it says at the end, do you like it? Do you want something different? So it's it's having this already more human personality.
Conversational, no?
Yeah. And then it's do you prefer this version versus that? So yeah, absolutely. It's changing. It's becoming more conversational. Yeah.
In terms of training, you already a little bit anticipated my question. Where do you see, for example, in the next, I don't know, couple of years for yourself and in your own field? So for Anna as yourself, let's say, what will be the field in which you would like to attend the training regarding AI? I think one, you said already it is prompting, probably, but maybe there are other areas, for example, I don't know, knowing more tools, because there are so many of them that are popping up every day, for example, or any other thing that you can think of? Like if you want to attend training on AI, what would be the topic of this training for you?
Yeah, for sure, prompting. So I think I might be wrong, but yeah, probably there are, because they're always the major tools, right? Like the big ones because there are so many popping up that are also experimental. So maybe they're great, but you don't know if they will keep being there, which is fine. I mean, some of them might be super great even if they last a year and you're this is the best tool that they use every day. But like I feel like maybe the major ones are Midjourney and ChatGPT, kind of, it looks like the most popular ones. So for sure, with those bigger, like more also antique, they've been there for 6 months, the oldest one. Like the idea how to prompt, or what is the best way to question, or like even they use the tool because they have different tabs, you can create different chats. Probably there are some tricks about it. Prompting for sure, because I'm super random at prompting, and for sure there must be some very useful tricks there. And for the tools, like for the creative tools, probably some the tools that help you generate or edit the images, so it's more static content. Although I know there are many like video and voiceover stuff, but I just personally don't work that much with it, so I'm not that, like, it will be probably like third in the step of priorities. But yeah, like prompting and maybe tools that manipulate and work with images.
And you never attended any training, no, on AI
No.
so far? Okay. So how do you get? I mean, of course, you try a lot, I guess. Or for example, you see some sort of tutorial on YouTube or something like that, no? Or just you try.
No, I know YouTube for me. Too many content. There's still a video, you see, because there are videos.
Okay.
Images is my media.
Okay.
Static stuff. So I again, it worked with maybe someone suggested tool. Like I just saw tool. Then through Instagram, I follow like different agencies as well, and sometimes they post maybe like carousel with their tools that they use and what they use it for and why they like it. So that was the one. Through one of these posts on Instagram, I discovered the Craft AI that I mentioned before. It's a great tool. Yeah.
Oh, we are going towards the end of it. I have just the last couple of questions. One, it's a very difficult question, but for everybody we post this. If you have to imagine for your own field, like a development in terms of AI in like 5 years or something like that, what will be something like really different than now? I know it's very difficult because this is evolving very quickly, and you can also not answer it if you don't know. There are people who said, look, like I prefer not to answer to this because I have this was so quick and so fast that it's impossible to. But then if it's not 5 years, 1 year, like what do you expect it is happening of like very big for your own work in terms of AI development?
Well, I think that I would talk about web just because I know it better, and there is a bit like there is more of a process there within like web design and development. So within web, how it works now, at least how I work with it, and we work with a lot e-commerce websites. So now how we do, like how the process goes, like we agree with the client, then we start research, obviously the market research, what is the best. Often the clients already have a website. So you decide what you want to improve. The website is this, you make it better. So it's like before and after. Then we design it in Figma manually. So block by block, page by page, desktop, mobile, all double. I don't know, website has 10 pages, so it's then 20 pages. Then you review it with the client, and then you move to development. And then difficult stuff happens because then also developer need to get into the project, understand what's going on, what is connected to what. So, and then there is a launch, and then when you launch, because it's marketing and e-com, so you need also to link, all different data and plugins, so it works, so it tracks everything. So all these steps, I feel like they will be way faster things. Development already is fast in a way because there are templates, so you can use pre-built sections. It's kind of fasten the speed. I feel like all this manual work, when web designer goes to Figma and designs block, I feel like that will be way more. I feel like AI can help you with a prompt to build those blocks. So I'm scared in a way that there will be a job stolen by AI from creatives, But I think that the creative people that do especially strategy, or there is an idea or a concept behind, that will not be strong within the next 5-10 years, I think. So there is still someone who needs to say why things should go a certain way, because we still work with people. Yes, of course, data helps you afterwards to learn what works best. It's all human hypothesis, but still someone has to decide, we do it this way, we talk first about this, we place this blocks this way, we connect this page this way, we need 5 pages, not 10. So there is still someone behind the strategies. So it's especially in the marketing field, I think the strategies will be there. They'll need it. There is someone who will need to put the prompts in. And especially with web design, web developers, love them, they don't know design. They're not great. It's rarely the great in design strategies that they are not like marketing strategies. They're not great in design as well. So there still need to be a figure who connects all these dots. This person just probably will probably work on more projects. That's probably a thing. Like probably you can't just work with more clients if you want to, or you work with less and get less, because probably if you work faster, it's not that you pay the same, I assume. But to be honest, I would be super happy if instead of building everything by hand, and there is a pattern in that. It isn't menu work. There is a pattern even in when you work within creative. If you work with web, if you work with ads, there are patterns. So you still follow them. And if you can follow the patterns, the standard patterns with AI tool that helps you to fasten it up, and then you leave more time to more, giving more personality to the website or to the ad or to the logo or to the brand, or like making something a bit different out of the box. So you focus more on this rather than recreate the same pattern that works again and again manually. I feel like that would be actually great. But yeah, I don't know if I was clear.
Oh, it's really cool. It's really cool. You answered as well to some other questions that I didn't pose before. Like I think you indicate as well a way for keeping a balance between human interaction and AI in your own field. It was very interesting the way in which you put the designer a little bit at the center. And it's true that in terms of web development, the things are going super fast. We spoke as well to web developers posing the same questions, and they told us the same. We come little by little to the end, and I would have possibly the last question, which will be: imagine that in front of you there is a creative professional. What would be the advice that you give to this person in terms of how to use AI, whether to use it, and maybe a person who is starting to work in your field? What will be the advice that you will give to this person in terms of AI usage, of course?
Yeah, AI usage. Yeah, I would say definitely to embrace that. There is also a learning curve there for sure, although it's so fast and it looks like you get the answer and result right away. There is still a path of like making it great and then be frustrated because things don't work, and then you imagine in a different way, and then you don't know how to interact with it because there are prompts and there are images, they just go randomly, so you have to restart. So for sure, embrace it. I think it's a great tool. So I would say to just try different find, and I think also it's important to find the right tool for you, because everyone has their own preferences in that as well. But for sure, it's like AI best.
Would you have anything else to add? Whatever comes to your mind. You don't have to, but we are giving the opportunity to everybody, like some free space.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much then for this. It was really nice. Yeah, and we're in touch. So we're happy to have you among the interviewee of Cremel. Thank you.
Happy.